welcome to Dionea Creates. So in today's video, we are going to be making some APCs or altered playing cards, and we're going to be using the IOD Pastiche stamp. So let's just get started. So you guys, I am in a napkin swap group, and periodically we do these swaps, and there's always a theme. And so the one that we are doing this time, it is birds, eggs, nest, feathers, etc. And so as you guys know, I love birds and all the things, so this is really, really a fun one for me. But I wanted to do something with the feathers that are in the pastiche stamp because I think these are really, really pretty. I'm going to be using the smaller one because it really fits the best on my card. And so the requirement in the napkin swap group is that you have to use a piece of a napkin in your card. And so that's what I'm going to do. I just have a napkin here that I've already separated. This is the ply, so this is the white that's on the back of the napkin. And I'm going to be using this script stamp. This is from Hobby Lobby, and I really, really like it. I think it's going to give a really nice background to the feather that we're going to put on there. So I'm just going to ink it up really, really well. This just makes for a really, really nice background. And so we're just going to put our ink down. I'm going to try to press. Sometimes these wood stamps are hard to kind of get good in the middle, a good impression. So I'm just kind of rubbing on it, just like what we would do with our regular ones. Make sure that that gets pressed down really, really good. And it didn't, so I'm going to come back just behind it with this little bitty script stamp I have, because I'm just wanting to give this some like texture throughout. You're not going to really be able to see it. I just want something behind my feather. And so now we've just created just kind of a background for our feather. And so now what we're going to do is we are going to take our little feather. This is such a pretty one. And I'm going to do really tone on tone with this. And then we will add some other color to it later. And so I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to kind of place it really wherever I want. Since there's kind of a blank space there, I'm just going to use that. Oh, you guys, and it looks so nice. So there's what it looks like. You guys can see. And so this is going to make just a really, really pretty card. And so I have my cards here. And so what I always do, I like to put a coat of gesso onto the card just to kind of, you know, tone down, you know, the card, you know, whether it's an ace of spades or ace of clubs or whatever. I like to tone all of that down in the background. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take and I am going to just put my napkin just directly on my card. And that really worked perfect. It actually looks really good where it didn't do a full impression of the stamp. So, happy mistakes. Make it look really, really good. Not that it was a mistake, it just didn't have a good impression. And so I'm just using matte fluid medium for this. You could use Mod Podge, whatever you have around. And you're just gonna put it on here and coat it just like you would, you know, or anything else that you're working on. And you want to make sure that you do get a good coat of your medium on there so that you don't like get any bubbles or any places where your napkin doesn't, you know, adhere. And so I'm just going to go ahead and like get this centered, and then I'm just gonna very gently just kind of press it down. And you do it pretty much kind of like you do decoupage, although on these I put it down all at once rather than a little at a time, just because the napkin is so delicate to try to hold it up. And if there's wrinkles in there, that is okay, because that really helps to give the napkin and the card some character. All right, and because our card is like already kind of wet, you can just easily like tear around the edges because it's damp around that side already where we put them on, the matte medium. And if we have any raw edges there, we can sand it just like what we would do if we were doing decoupage. And so, oh my gosh, you guys, I love it. It looks so cool. And so now what we are going to do is we, of course, are going to go around the edges of this with our Distress ink because we need to add some more character to this card. And I just love it. All right, and so now what I think that I will do is I want to see, I have this washi tape here and it says Hope on there. And I was gonna put that on there, but I don't think it really matches in with our theme. So I have my little Tim Holtz. These are his little like this one is called Clippings Sticker Book, and this one's Small Talk, Chit Chat. So you guys, these are great to have around, and they're perfect for a whole lot of different things. And so I'm gonna see, I think I saw one on here that I wanted to use. I think I'm gonna do this one that says Whisper to My Heart. You know, a feather, like a feather that you find, that's really what it could be. You know, it could be a whisper from nature to your heart about something. And just adding just that little bit makes such a beautiful and simple card. And so for that one, that's really all that I'm going to do. I just think it's beautiful just like that. So that is our feather one. The next one that we're going to do is we are going to do eggs. Now I have this gorgeous napkin right here. And this napkin has every element that we need for this swap. It has birds, it has nests, it has eggs, everything on here. I don't see a feather, so that's the only thing. But we are going to do the same thing. I am just going to find the portion of this that I want that has like probably the most eggs on it. And I'm going to do the same thing with my matte gel medium here. And we're just going to go over it. And you guys, I am keeping my cards really simple today because I've got to get these in the mail. But these, just like anything else that you do, can be as simple or as elaborate as you want to make them. Just, what the fun thing is with these is you can just play. You can just play and have a few simple supplies to just do something really easy and really fun and just get your creativity. So if you feel sometimes like you're just kind of stuck and you want to create, but you're not sure or you don't want to pull out a lot of supplies, making these little cards are really, really fun. And it's very relaxing. And so again, I'm just going over it all, making sure it's all sticking. And then we're going to do the same thing, and we're just going to kind of start tearing it off. And if like part of your napkin, like, tears a little bit off the card, that's okay too. That just gives it a little more character. So again, it's one of those things that it's just about the doing. It's not about the perfection. And so here is that one. It is just simple and it is plain and I love it. So we are going to put some washi tape on this one. I always love to use this music note. I just think it always adds. And I also have this postage stamp one that I might see if there's a postage stamp one on here that would work well. Just to give it a little bit more something. Like here's a butterfly. Here's a quote one. We're going to use this. And it says, stay calm and breathe. And it has a little butterfly on here. I'm just going to cut that off because that didn't tear very easily. And so we are just going to add this like at the corner of our card. Because I always like to put these little messages on here. And then we can see if we want to add any of the music note to the side. Again, just gives the card a little something extra. And so you can see kind of how quickly these come together. And so that is just a really simple one that just has a quote and then it has our little washi tape on there. And so let's move on to our next one. And that one we are going to do is the nest. And so what I'm going to do is I have this beautiful sunflower napkin. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love this napkin. And I am going to take, and it has this gorgeous script on it in these colors. And so this is going to be our background for this card. And we are going to put our little nest on here. So I would love for you guys to tell me in the comments if you use napkins in your art. They are so fun to do. And like, where do you get your napkins? We, as you all know, with Tuesday morning, if you were a Tuesday morning shopper, you know that we all miss that store so much. And they always had the most beautiful napkins. They were always, oh, they were always so, so pretty and so reasonable as well. So I do miss that very much. So my stash is, I've got a lot in my stash, so I haven't really been buying napkins anymore because that can get out of control, y'all. But I have picked up some at Marshall's before. They do have some nice napkins. But Tuesday morning was by far the best. And again, I'll come back in any edges that need to be sanded off. I will do that. There is how that looks right now. And so I have these two little nests. I think I'm going to use this one. And this is just chipboard. And it already has like even some little eggs in the nest. And so I'm going to go over it with my vintage photo just to give it a little bit more character and not make it look so, you know, so like it's a sticker or something. And all I'm really going to do with this one is I'm just going to set it here kind of diagonal, like right onto my card. And it looks really, really pretty. And I am going to take my little makeup brush here and I'm going to distress on this nest a little bit more just to kind of tone down like the coloring of it and get some of that goodness down around all the pieces. And I'm going to do the same thing kind of around the card. I want to distress it and grunge it up a little bit. And then we'll go around our edges. Oh, my thing didn't stick. Put a little matte gel medium on there. It's sticky. It seems pretty sticky. I'll put some more on there. There we go. That should stick really good. And there is that one. Look how cute. I will take a picture of all of these when they're all done so you can see all of them. And then the last one that we're going to do is the bird. And so we are going to be using this gorgeous napkin here. Isn't that bird so pretty? Oh my goodness, y'all. And we are going to just put her on here. I love this green that is on here with it. And I have some green washi tape that I think we're going to put on this one. So again, just getting the glue, the matte gel all over our card. So other things that you guys can use on these, you can use trim, any kind of ribbon or lace or anything that you like to trim with, you can do that. Again, you could use the washi tape like I have been doing. If you're not, you know, depending if you're like mailing them or, you know, how much padding you want to have in your envelope, then you could, you know, use like pearls or something like that to trim it with, depending on what look you're going for. I mean, you guys, the possibilities are endless with these. Endless. Let me cut this one apart a little bit. I don't have so much napkin to work with here. Let's just get her situated on here. The colors, oh my goodness, these colors are so pretty. And usually once the cards, I want them to get really dry before I put any kind of top coat on there. But I do usually also try to go over it with a top coat. But I don't like to do that until they're fully dry, because just the napkin is so delicate, just going over it, you know, while it's wet could tear it. And we don't certainly want to do that after we've put all of our hard work into our little card. And this, again, you guys, is just one really quick and simple way to do these. I like to do them also with scrapbook paper. And I usually take a little bit more time with those because the scrapbook paper is thicker, and I really am then playing around a lot more with embellishments. But like I said, this, I need to get them finished today, so keeping them simple. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my goodness, y'all. That is just gorgeous. Gorgeous. So I have this really pretty green, and let's see if we want to add this to it anywhere. It really doesn't need it because that looks so nice. But we are going to go over it with this archival ink in the fern green. We're going to just go around these edges. Just really pull that green kind of out and around there, like so. All right. Then I have this little tag. It says "Become one with nature." And I want to put that like right on here, but I want to distress this a little bit. It has kind of a galvanized look to it, and I don't want that look on there. So we are going to take our little brush here, and we're going to try to kind of make that look more like more distressed and more bronzy than kind of the galvanized look. It also has like a little kind of a lip on it, and it looks kind of like it's white. I'm sure it's kind of like the shadow from the, you know, how a tag metal thing like this would have, but I'm going to cut that off because I think it kind of takes away. And then we're just going to, again, go over it where that's going to stand out. And then we're going to put this right up here. Oh no, we're going to put it down in the corner. I think it looks better down there. What do you guys think? I think it looks better on the bottom. I think I'm actually going to take my glue stick for this, since this is a little heavier. It's like cardstock. I love it. Okay, you guys, so this is our last one that we did. Let's just take a look at all of them. All very, very simple, but I think they all turned out really, really, really cute. Whisper to my heart. Stay calm and breathe. This is just a simple nest. I don't know if I'll put words on it. I might see if I can find something for that one. I'm not sure. And then this one, become one with nature. So you can see just how fun and kind of relaxing these are. And so I really encourage you guys, if you've never tried this, just to give it a try. And again, just play and relax and just enjoy the time to just take a few minutes and just breathe. So as always, I appreciate you guys. Love and light to you all, and we'll see you again real soon.